A mathematical argument states a claim and supports it with a definition, a calculation, or a counterexample.
These are the argument reads, a landscape of unsettled claims and shifting perspectives. In this environment, asserting that you agree or disagree with a statement is never enough to prove it. A claim remains just noise until it is tested against physical evidence. The math here isn't abstract. Numerical structures and symbols exist as part of the scenery, visible as patterns in the mud and the reeds before they are ever named. Today, watch the scene carefully. To find the truth, we must read the physical structure of the world to construct viable arguments and critique the reasoning of others. In the claim bank, we find a student asserting that 2/3 plus 1/4 equals 3/7. The error is in the foundation. The student added the denominators directly together. Looking at the shells, we can see that thirds and fourths are different-sized parts. They cannot be combined as if they were the same. We must rename the fractions with a common denominator before we can find the total. A viable critique explains that the parts are different sizes and the fractions must be rewritten first. Farther into the evidence shallows, we test a geometric claim. Can side lengths of 3, 4, and 8 form a triangle? We check this against the triangle inequality, which states the sum of two side lengths must always exceed the third. When we add 3 and 4, we get 7. Because 7 is not greater than 8, the physical connection fails. No, the side lengths do not satisfy the triangle inequality. At the counterexample pool, the lighting shifts as we encounter a universal claim. Multiplication always makes a number larger. We can test the truth of this by finding a product with a factor less than 1, specifically 1/2 times 8. The product is 4. Since 4 is less than the original 8, the universal claim is broken. A counterexample such as 1/2 times 8 equals 4 shows the claim is false. We reach the definition roost to hear a final argument. A student says a square is not a rectangle. To find the answer, we look at the definition. A rectangle is simply a quadrilateral with 4 right angles. We check the square against those conditions. It has 4 right angles, so it fits the definition perfectly. A square is a rectangle because it satisfies the rectangle definition. Looking back across the argument reads, the route Wren traveled is now marked by the evidence we uncovered. Where there were once 4 unresolved claims blocking the path, there are now 4 verified justifications. Each step forward was earned by testing the math against the environment. The labels in the scenery define what the quantities mean. The heron's movement shows how those quantities change, and the final notation records that same idea. Wren settles back into the marsh, where the verified math is now part of the landscape. Which label in this environment tells you the most important mathematical relationship, and how does the animal's action prove it?
A square has 4 right angles, so it satisfies the definition of a rectangle.